want to see if it'll blow over so they can keep people like Parker Mankey around. So let's take a look here at her social media post. Here it is. Anybody in Palo Alto know this freak? He was sitting in Starbucks. I think he lives in Palo Alto. He will never forget me and will think seriously about wearing that hat in my town ever again. If you see him in this hat, please confront him. You do not want to be the person who didn't speak up as we slipped into fascism. Except that she's slipping us into fascism. I yelled at him, called the entire Starbucks to order, and yelled at him more about how it is not okay to hate brown people. Okay. He threatened to call the cops. I left after yelling at him some more. When I walked back by after picking up my lunch, he was still there. I went back in and yelled that I had changed my mind and wanted him to call the police, and I wanted to know his name, where he lived, his wife's name, and where his kids went to school. What the fuck? I called him more names and told him to call the police. Then I yelled, asked someone else at Starbucks to call the police. He wouldn't call the police, so I called him a wimp. She's calling him a wimp? He got his stuff together to leave. I followed him to the register while he complained about me, then chased him out of the Starbucks yelling at him to get the fuck out of my town and never come back. At one point, he tried to trip me up by asking me if I lived in Palo Alto. It wasn't me expecting to say that I was Palo Alto born and bred. Plus or minus total irrelevance. Continuing. I think he lives in Palo Alto. Please, please send me a DM if you see him anywhere. The part that was really heartbreaking to me was that in a full Starbucks, I was the only person yelling at him. There were other white people that really should have called him out. It's the duty of every white person in America to stand up every time they see it. Don't be the person who does nothing to protect our brothers and sisters from this hatred. It's not okay. So, yep. So, is Parker Mankey mentally ill, or is she just really passionate about her beliefs? That's all I've got to say about Parker Mankey, Whackadoodle, from the beautiful state of Jefferson, near the foothills of Northern California. A state of mind, if not a state in fact. This has been Fireside Chats. See ya.